All right, here we go. So I did just trade live, but I am back. I'm going to be back testing the past 2 days in preparation for this market recap that I'm going to make. That's going to cover the last 2 days. Sorry guys, I didn't make a market recap yesterday. I literally couldn't because my family was going to Washington for our family reunion. So I couldn't. There's literally no way I wouldn't have gotten any sleep, and I would not have been able to get up to trade, and I still had a hard time getting up to trade. So anyway, we are going to take a look at what happened today and yesterday. I'm going to journal my trades, put them in my spreadsheet for both today and yesterday, and I think I need to do it for Friday as well. I'm a couple days behind because my routine's been out of whack, unfortunately. But guys, let's just keep going, keep showing up. I don't care how many times I lose. I do not care. I'm going to keep showing up. I'm going to keep doing everything I need to do every day because I know the markets are algorithmic, and no one can convince me otherwise because I know the precision of these markets. I know how perfect these markets move, and I am not going to stop. I'm not going to stop. Like, I don't care what anyone says. I am never going to stop. Just fact. Never going to stop trading. All right. Let's go ahead and open up Google Sheets and let's record the trades from the past couple days. So, let's journal the trade I took today first. So, the trade I took today was let me get rid of this here. We had this 1 hour fair value gap, and I think it was this one. So 1 hour fair value gap, or maybe it was a 15-minute one. We're going to have to check. So we had this 1 hour fair value gap, and then we end up getting a 5-minute change in state of delivery off of this fair value gap. So you can see here that we sweep out Asian lows. So we get an external sweep of liquidity. So we're going to see what I did wrong. Or if it was, or what else we can, maybe not necessarily what I did wrong, but how I could improve the trade. So external sweep, and then we have a nice little internal sweep here, and then we get this very nice algorithmic pump higher. And I thought that we were going to be drawing towards this low resistance liquidity. I think we should use the lower. I think I used the lower for value gap. Yeah. So 1 hour for value gap. So Asia. We sweep out Asia, and then we get a nice little internal sweep as well. So my laptop is going to die. Let's go ahead and plug it in. So what went wrong? I enter on this 5-minute change of state of delivery. We have a very nice liquidity pool here. I actually think for the most part this was a good trade, but I think I had the bias wrong. I think the main thing is I had the bias wrong. So how could we improve this? So I enter on this 5-minute change of state of delivery. I actually do think for the most part this was a good trade. I entered even on the retest. I didn't even enter on the close. Entered on the retest. Put stop below the fair value gap. And I was just targeting 1-to-1. Well, I was targeting TP1 and TP2. So let's go ahead and put that in there. So I was doing TP1 here. And then I had TP2 like here at the first standard deviation. There was SMT. That was the other thing that I did like about this, was there was SMT. So the main reason I personally think this failed, I think this was a good trade. I think this failed because we had a 1 hour break of structure. I think the market was drawing lower, so I'm going to show that in just a second. And I was actually thinking about that, but I still liked this trade, and I still think I'm probably going to give this post-trade approval. So we have this low. So you can see here on the S&P, we make a higher low, while NASDAQ makes a lower low. So this was S&T here. So I really do think this trade was pretty decent. The main thing was the bias was wrong. And you can only, if I had done my pre-market analysis like I should have probably, then I would have probably been able to figure out that there's no reason to be bullish today. But anyway, 5-minute chain stay delivery. Let's go ahead and screenshot this. Actually, let's bring this S&T over here. And yeah, I even entered on the retest too. So accumulation. It's a very nice accumulation range. I do think this was a good trade. I just think the bias was wrong. We even had we even were below midnight. Or maybe we weren't. I'm just kidding, we weren't. We were actually offside because market manipulates above. We'll look at that in a second. So let's go ahead and screenshot this trade and put it in my journal. I mean, it was also just not a very high quality key level. Like, yeah, it was a fair value gap and discount, but like, it was just a super tiny fair value gap that wasn't super obvious. Could it have been higher probability? Sure. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to put this in my journal. So I still have to record both Tuesdays and Mondays. This was at 10:35. So I'm going to do a short write-up now. So I'm actually going to give this post-trade approval because the only thing I did wrong was I had the wrong bias. That doesn't mean it was a bad trade. That just means I had the bias wrong. So let's go ahead and upload this to Drive here. So this was July 8th. Today's July 8th. July 8th, 25. Tuesday. Let's go ahead and let's put this in there. This was flow state retest 1035. The only thing was it was also not a macro. That's another thing that we could improve on. We could have waited for this to be obviously the macro, because you can see the macro actually happens after, and I guess the macro happens kind of in here. So 1035 flow state retest, 1 hour for value gap, 5-minute change of state of delivery. So saving this, 1035. I'm recording this down right now, right here. Okay, so let's go ahead and upload this. But I do have some more thoughts about why this lost. I need to review my trades from Tuesday and Monday as well. I mean, Monday and Friday. For the most part, though, this was a good trade. Just wrong bias, like I said. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop putting my trades in my journal. Actually, yeah, because it just wastes my time. And I already do journal it. It's just I journal it right here. So I'm going to go. Oh, I had a losing trade. Dude, I'm just sucking. I am just doing so bad. And I'm not going to stop. That's the thing. I'm never going to give up. But it is kind of frustrating, I can't lie. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new channel. I'm going to delete my old journal and just it just takes so much time to post everything in there. So I'm just going to copy this, and because I already write everything down in here, so I don't want to have to just write it down twice. That kind of just wastes my time. So I'm just going to copy the link to the spreadsheet. And now anyone can just look at my spreadsheet. So this was flow state retest. 1 hour, 5-minute change state delivery. And average RR was probably 1.4. Final was 1.8. Actually, I would probably just say 1.7 and 1.35. It's probably realistic. So if that had hit, it would have been a 1.35, but I did not have that hit. July 8th. Man. Yeah, I do like this. It was just wrong bias. Yeah. And yeah, the main thing was, this was, if we look at what was really going on here, zooming out, 1 hour, very obvious 1 hour break of structure. And this was, I think, the part where I messed up, was we have a really big 1 hour break of structure here. And so obviously we're displacing lower. And this 1 hour break of structure is just very, very momentous. And I probably should not have gone against it. Yo, what up, Pathleon? What do you mean stop? Stop? Stop what? It's a 4 hour? IRL to ERL. Oh. 15-minute change day delivery. Bro, wait, just, okay. I'm just backtesting right now. Are you talking about the live market? Because right now I'm just looking at the chart. I'm backtesting. I'm talking about the trade that I took. 4 hour. IRL. Okay. Bro. Yeah, we have the 4 hour gap here. Yeah, you're talking about this 4 hour gap. Yeah, I feel like, so 4 hour gap. Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. I think one of the things I did wrong was I wasn't in, I went with my trade. I wasn't in. No talking. Dude, just slow down and just type everything out. A 4 hour inverse. 4 hour inverse. Yeah, I know this 4 hour inverse value gap. The draw is sell side. Okay. Oh yeah, this 4 hour inverse. Yeah. Okay. Just type everything out. Don't type one message at a time. Just slow down. Just type everything out. Okay. I'll give yourself some time and give yourself some time to breathe. Yeah, I would also say with this trade that I took, the 1 hour gap I used was not very obvious, and I need to be more careful to not use the next draw is ERL sell side. We have a 15-minute CASD. All right, let's see what you are talking about. So, next draw is ERL sell side. We have a 15-minute CASD. We have a structure CASD bias and low arm pullback. Bro, just you. It's okay, just slow down. I'm literally just backtesting right now. I'm not trading live. I'm already done trading for the day. Draw is sell side. Look at daily. Alright, I'm just gonna keep backtesting because I just gotta keep backtesting. I can't look at what's going on right now. I gotta keep backtesting. But I believe you. I believe you were very possibly drawing the sell side. I believe you. Right now, I'm just focusing on backtesting. I gotta stay focused. I believe you. I believe you. Okay, anyway, back to what we were doing, backtesting the last 2 days of price. Yeah, I do think we're gonna go lower. Forex. No, I'm not doing Forex replay. It's so annoying. It is so Forex replay is so annoying. No. All right, I'm gonna just stop. I just need you to, like, I'm gonna just keep backtesting because I gotta keep looking at the chart and keep backtesting. So yeah, we on the S&P you can see we have a really nice 4-hour break of this low, and same with this 4-hour break of this low. Yeah, this kind of seems like accumulation manipulation, doesn't it? I need to review my other trades. $217, $218, July. Yeah, I think making sure, I'm gonna also write down, I think making yeah, I know there's a weekly gap. I know. So okay. So what do we want to look at? I'm not trading right now, bro. I'm not trading right now. I am just backtesting. We're just backtesting. So I want to take a look at the trade I took yesterday. So let's go look at that. Let's review yesterday in detail. So yesterday we what was the trade I took yesterday? It wasn't good. So the trade I took yesterday was we swapped out these equal highs. And to me, this was very obvious accumulation. So accumulation, manipulation. We ended up getting SMT with this. Hey, nice job. Good job, Haney. Way to be locked in. So I'm reviewing yesterday. So accumulation, and then we had SMT with this high. So accumulation, manipulation, and this was a 1 hour rejection block. You could see how perfectly we tapped that high. Look how perfectly the market taps that high. I mean, that is very, very cool. Okay, so SMT, accumulation, manipulation. So the trade, oh man, I would have loved to take that yesterday. So first, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna screenshot this to show like the higher time frame model yesterday. I'm pretty sure I already did this. And then you can see that the rest was history after we retest this. Let me go run this LRLR. I think, let's see. Okay, we need to look at the trade I took. So the trade I took yesterday was a mistake. It was not good. The trade I took yesterday, I'm giving post-trade disapproval. Yeah, I did. I'm just looking. I'm just trying to figure out the trade I took yesterday. Yeah, I reviewed this on I took this on Discord. I screenshotted that on Discord yesterday. So the trade I took, okay, was not good yesterday. The trade I took was I had this 5-minute fair value gap. So the first thing I'm gonna say about the trade from yesterday, I was way too zoomed in on the chart. I need to make sure I do my pre-market analysis and align the higher time frame top down. In the future, to be honest, I should be really careful to take lower time frame trades like this and should really be sticking to 1 hour, 5-minute models or 15-minute, 1-minute models. I was not time frame aligned, and because of that I got wrecked. So the trade I took was this 5-minute fair value gap here. Now actually this might have ended up working out interestingly, but not when I took it. When I took it, was, so here's the 5-minute fair value gap. When I took it was, yeah, I took it here. So now there wasn't even SMT. So this was just like a crappy trade. This was just bad. So the sweep is just so one, first I was not, I should have been looking at the 1 hour 5-minute model, not the random little 5-minute CSD, or no. Okay, yeah, this is just not good at all. And yeah, I instantaneously got stopped out on this. This was very ugly. Nice. You're locking in, bro. Take journaling seriously, like me, Bravo. You definitely improved so much now. Yeah, exactly. So 30-second change state delivery. What went wrong here? We should have started out on this higher time frame, right? The higher time frame, we had very clear accumulation, manipulation, distribution. If I had simply just stuck to the obvious higher time frame model, if I had simply just stuck to the obvious higher time frame model and not got caught up with some random low time frame mess, then I would have banked. Just zoom out. Don't get caught in the lower time frame mess unless you are super good and are time frame aligned. So yeah, so let's just screenshot this. I think I was just targeting 1-to-1 and I just instantaneously got wrecked because I was not time frame aligned. So it goes to show you can't just take any flow state and expect to win. You can't just go, oh wow, this was a 5-minute change state delivery off of a 30-second change state delivery off a 5-minute gap with a sweep. No. It doesn't work like that. You can't just take whatever you want. You have to be time frame aligned. You cannot just take any yeah, like I said, you can't just take whatever flow state you want. You got to be time frame aligned. This does not make sense. This would have hit TP later. This was garbage. Makes me kind of mad actually, but you know what? Whatever. I don't know why I took this. Just so bad, dude. I think I was just out of it to this day. Yeah, not a good trade. Very much post-trade disapproval. It's just ugly. That's an ugly trade. I no world is that good. minute 30-second. What up, Marlon? We're just doing some back testing, reviewing some of my trades from earlier this week. I haven't put everything in my spreadsheet. Not gonna lie, I took a bad trade on Monday. The trade I took today was a little better, but still ended up losing, and I have a lot to learn from both. But the thing about it is I hate when I take bad trades, and I gotta be time frame aligned. I gotta zoom out. You can't get caught in the lower time frame mess. You gotta make sure you're aligned with the actual higher time frame model that's going on. Yeah, dude, tell me. I want to know. So this was a terrible trade. This was really, really bad. I wasn't even in the macro either. This was just terrible. 937. But guys, I'm just trying to get better. I am just a human being like everyone else, just trying to keep getting better at trading. So this one I do give post-trade approval. This was just, I was just targeting 1-to-1 on this. Whoa, that's crazy. Marlon, you legend. You absolute legend. If you like you just tweak some things, you're going to make 8.7k for real. It's just a matter of time. It really is. Just keep going. Keep going. Yes, definitely, bro. Definitely show the trade in the group. That is a great idea. That's crazy, man. You absolute beast, bro. You absolute beast. So, yeah, let's go ahead and... Did I screenshot this? Yes, I did. Once again, it's kind of an embarrassing trade. It's pretty bad, but you know what? We live, we move on, we learn. I already wrote down in my notes everything I learned. It was not a good trade. And yeah, let's go put it in my folder for yesterday. 9:37, flow state retest, 5-minute 30-second, live. And save that. And then let's go ahead and upload this to Google Drive so people can look at it. How do I... Okay, let's just pull it up again. Alright, it's there now. Alright, let me upload this real quick, and then I will go look at it. Man, I'm upset about this trade from Monday. Monday's trade was so bad. It's just because I'm out, like, if I'm not locked in the morning, I'm gonna do something stupid, and it's gonna lead to just me taking something that's not good at all, and that's exactly what happened. But we're gonna keep getting better. I will look at it. Just let me copy this over. Just gonna take a second. Okay. All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and look at your trade. Let's check it out. Marlon. No. That's crazy. You were so close. You were so close. It's just a matter of time before you catch that for real. It is. It really is. You're so close, man. Keep going. Keep going. I gotta use the bathroom. Oh, I gotta use the bathroom. I will be right back. All right. Oh my gosh, dude. It's just a matter of time. You have to realize that this is a process, and every single day stuff is going to happen like this. And as traders, it's our job to accept it, tweak things, and then make it better for the next time. Because guess what? This is a long-term game. For a lot of people, trading, it takes like 10 years to even become profitable. Look at JCap. He was like the guy that got the $1.5 million, $3 million payout, actually. $3 million payout. And he didn't even turn profitable for his first 10 years. And so trading is just such a long-term game that you have to realize every little minor trade along the process, it's irrelevant. Just keep tweaking, keep getting better. If you like, it's like getting good at anything. Like if you want to be really, really good at something, it's going to take a long time. So don't beat yourself up about it too much. It's okay. Let's keep moving forward. Still very, very cool. Now I just want to review price action in general. I will log my trade from Wednesday, but I'll probably do that on my own later on. I'm just going to review price action in general. So the main thing about Monday, the main thing about Monday is man, this was so pretty. The main thing about Monday was I needed to be time frame aligned. If I had just been time frame aligned, going top down, then I would have caught this trade. Yeah, here's that 5-minute change state delivery once again. And then yeah. Lots of low resistance liquidity. Let's see where our standard deviations were. Yeah, fourth one was right here. So I would have taken profit at the end of this, personally. This is how I would have taken this. So why it's so important to measure it correctly, so that way you don't not get filled. And boom. Yeah, man. you just have to realize that it's just a process and it's okay, because next time you're gonna have learned something and you're gonna be able to tweak it, and then boom, you're gonna get a little better. So yeah, just understand this is a long game. This is not a get rich quick scheme. This is let's keep going. That's so fire. And look at how perfectly we react off of this look how perfectly we react off of rejection block CE. That's so sick. Okay. So, let's save this. This was 9:25. Flow state, retest, 1 hour, 5 minute. Actually, flow state, Phoenix. Okay, getting rid of that. So, yeah, very important to be time frame aligned because of stuff like this. I mean, look how perfectly we end up filling this new week opening gap. It's just very interesting. What else do I want to look at? So, man, I can't believe this didn't distribute higher. That's tough. What else do we look at here? Yeah. We also had this as a 1 hour BPR. I don't know which would be better to use, BPR or rejection block, but this was a 1 hour BPR as well. And we had very nice algorithmic here. We had very nice algorithmically generated lows all through here. And you can see that's exactly why we go run them out. One hour BPR. So I'm not sure if you could say that was like a rejection block or if it was because of the gap. But either way. Hi.
Hey, Grandpa's here and wants to say hi to you.
Oh.
He's making me some pancakes.
Okay. I'm in the middle of backtesting right now, but I'll come say hi.
Okay. Hey. Hey. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I just want you to come downstairs.
Alright, I'm going to finish this stream later. And, yeah, I'll continue this where we left off later. But, yeah, guys, look at this 1 hour BPR. And then I'm guessing 5-minute change state delivery. So, I'm honestly, it might have been more relevant to use this as a 1 hour BPR now that I'm thinking about it. I don't know if the rejection block even really mattered, to be honest. Like, the more I study price, the more I realize, maybe just focus on gaps. So equal highs. So maybe it wasn't the rejection block. I'm going to have to talk about that in my market recap. You guys will have to let me know what you think. Accumulation. Yeah, it was probably the gap that actually sent price lower, not the rejection block. But I'm not super sure. Yeah, I'm really not super sure about whether it was the gap or the rejection block that sent price lower. But either way, we get this 5-minute change state delivery off of it. So, yeah, I'm not super sure which it is, but I'll talk about it in my market recap. Because it's both a reclaimed BPR and also a rejection block. And once again, right, we were right above midnight. This is so cool. Look at how far we actually go. We go run all of this liquidity. So, I don't know. We'll figure out later if this was more the gap that did the damage or was it the rejection block. Just very nice algorithmic liquidity here. So let's go ahead and screenshot this. I don't know. To be honest, I really don't know whether it was more What is this? I can't wait to have a personal account and I can take trades like this. Flow 930 flow state retest. 1 hour, 5 minute. Oh wait, what did I save this as? Yeah, I'm not sure whether this BPR is more relevant or that rejection block is. It was also a 4-hour gap. Let's very quickly mark out this as a 4-hour gap because it was, right? Objectively, this was also a 4-hour BPR. Honestly, it was probably more relevant as a 4-hour BPR. Now that I'm looking at it, yeah, obviously. 4-hour BPR, yeah. This was way more obviously relevant as a 4-hour BPR. And then you can see, yeah, oh my gosh. This makes a lot more sense now. Now we'll probably hit the 4th standard deviation. Yeah, there we go. That makes more sense. So yeah, this was more a 4-hour BPR than it was a rejection block. I don't think the rejection block actually really mattered that much, to be honest. I think it was the BPR. Someone's going to have to let me know if you agree or disagree. But I actually think this was BPR was what caused this, not the whatever. Yeah. I think the BPR did the damage. So, that makes more sense. So then, yeah, you can see there we go. The 4th standard. So this is what the model was. The 4-hour BPR. There we go. This makes more sense. It had nothing to do with the rejection block. It had nothing to do with the rejection block. It had everything to do with this BPR, this 4-hour BPR. Literally nothing to do with the rejection block. That makes a lot more sense. So honestly, like, I feel like rejection blocks, like, let's just focus on gaps. Let's just focus on gaps and yeah, gaps and yeah, just gaps. That makes more sense. Okay.
Yeah, you're slow.
You can see we hit the 4th. Guys, I think we're getting better. I think we are. Honestly, let's just focus on gaps and align time from change state deliveries. I think, like, combining rejection blocks, order blocks, breaker blocks, all that nonsense. Just focus on SMTs, gaps, and change state deliveries, and that's gonna be the recipe for success. So let's go ahead and screenshot this. I'm not gonna lie. I think rejection blocks would just be overcomplicating this. 9:30. So this is the cell model. This is exactly what happened. Objectively, this was a 4-hour, 15-minute model. 9:30. 9:30. Flow state retest. 4-hour, 15-minute. 9:30 flow state retest, 4-hour, 15-minute. All right, save. All right, let's end the stream there. I will come back later at some point and continue the stream and continue back testing. But objectively, this was the model. I think I was overcomplicating it earlier.